Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the ZX family. You guys can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the broader market. As you guys know, this is a new segment on my channel where we sit together, talk about the broader markets. Whether you're looking at is Solana, Ethereum, altcoins in general, Bitcoin, this update pretty much goes over that. So if you're looking across the board today, we're seeing pretty much 50-50. Some coins in red, some are, still holding up onto this bullish momentum. You guys can see Quant having a great day, up 12.6%. The people that have QNT in their portfolio, I'm sure, are smiling right now. But happy Friday, wherever you are around the world. Even though, we're seeing a little bit of a retracement, let's take a look at the weekly time frame. You're seeing a lot of excitement for a lot of coins across the board. Pretty much since last Saturday, we've been in this upwards trajectory and a lot of coins up. You could see SPX up 50%, Caspa, so on and so forth. But we just don't want to be forgetting what has been happening, on the bigger scale. If you look at it on a monthly time frame, you're still seeing a lot of these coins that are up right now. They are down quite substantially. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So it was a holiday week. As we know, Thursday was Thanksgiving, and market is a little choppy. But as far as Bitcoin price is concerned, still holding up quite well. Now look at the last 7 days. This overall momentum that we have seen for alts, it's still holding on as we are going into the weekend. Take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is currently sitting at 22. And in terms of, what that states, that still states that, we are in extreme fear as far as the sentiment is concerned. Yes, the sentiment is getting better. Obviously, if you look at it over the last few days, we've been seeing the market in this upward trajectory. But the fact that the, Fear and Greed Index is still in 22 just shows you how far the market had retraced. That's obviously pretty much showing in the sentiment analysis as well. But take a look at this. Bitwise data shows institutional Bitcoin demand continues to dramatically exceed new supply, widening the imbalance through 2024 and into 2025. Exactly what we speak about on the channel every single day of the week. A lot of people overlook this, regardless of Bitcoin seeing, this major retracement or not. The demand is still there and it's still outweighing, the supply. The amount of Bitcoin that are being mined right now is just cannot keep up with the demand that we're seeing. And this data pretty much sums it up. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening with the market right now. Obviously, with Bitcoin and so on and so forth. So if you're looking at Bitcoin dominance right now, sitting at 59.2%, pretty much still ranging around, where we are since this breakout for the dominance, as you can see for yourself. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has seen a little bit of a minor pullback, but Bitcoin did end up retesting none other than the 0.50 Fibonacci retracement level. See for yourself, we broke out today up to $93,000, got stopped out, as you can see for yourself, and again got rejected. We never managed to see the price of Bitcoin close within the 0.50, and here we have it. We have seen Bitcoin kind of push back below $91,000, but we've been ranging around this level regardless. So over the course of the last, I would say over the last few days, like I would say the 48 hours, you have seen the price of Bitcoin consolidating within this range. But we did see us break above the $91,800 level that I highlighted to you guys yesterday. How that is a resistance that's forming. We broke above it, retested the 0.50 level that we've been speaking about on the channel quite some time, and we got rejected. So I'm not surprised at the fact that the 0.50 fib zone was retested and we kind of saw a rejection. That does not come as a surprise to me. The volume for the broader market is low right now because, again, people are still in the weekend mood, and obviously now where the weekend is coming, that's also going to be a very important thing to kind of keep our eyes on to see how the price of Bitcoin reacts over the weekend. But we're sitting in the 61.8. But the fact that we retested and introduced ourselves once again to the 0.50, it's a good sign. Obviously, over the weekend, we do tend to see more manipulation than usual. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the price of Bitcoin does not, go below this consolidation phase that we've been pretty much in since November 26th. So far, we did end up retesting the targets that, we were aiming for. And I'm not surprised at the fact that, we did see a little bit of a rejection because, again, you need to look at it from a market maker standpoint as well. When you see, bullish price trajectory for Bitcoin, over long positions can pile up, and that's where you do tend to see a little bit of a shakeout occurring. So those are some factors we kind of want to keep in mind. If this support does not hold specifically around 90K key range, As I've stated to you guys before, we do have some significant support line at 89, most importantly around $88,500 price point. So those are factors we want to kind of consider. So far, so good. Like how Bitcoin is holding, this upwards pattern kind of forming here. Take a look at it for yourself. As we broke out, we started to consolidate a few days, broke out, consolidated a little bit, and then obviously did introduce ourselves to the point 50. So I like what we're seeing here, but we got to still take it day by day. We're coming into a weekend, so more volatility to be expected. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX and peace.